All right, good morning. Commissioner Malt, will you lead us in the pledge, please?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Commissioner Smith, will you open in prayer?
Heavenly Father, we come to you once again thanking you for the opportunity to be here, thanking you for the folks that are here, thanking you for all the blessings that you've bestowed upon us here in Scioto County. Lord, we would ask that you would help us to do the business today, direct us, that it will be done in a way that will be pleasing to you. Help us to never fail to look to you and praise you for all the things you do for us. We ask these things in your precious name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you both. All right, before we jump into the agenda today, we have some special guests with us from Furman's Orchard. Last week we did take action to declare here in Scioto County the Ohio Proud Month, which is marketing through agriculture and basically proud of our local farmers and people that contribute throughout Ohio with agriculture. And we recognize the Furmans as our Ohio Proud member in Scioto County. So we did already vote on this resolution, but I'd like to read it, and then we can get a picture, and then you guys can share a little bit about the orchard if that's okay. Perfect. All right. Whereas agriculture is the cornerstone of the state of Ohio's economy, heritage, and communities, providing food, jobs, economic opportunity, and a strong connection to the land. And whereas Ohio Proud Month for Agriculture provides an opportunity to recognize Ohio's farmers, agricultural producers, and locally owned businesses whose dedication strengthens Ohio's agriculture tradition and promotes the importance of buying and supporting products grown and produced in Ohio. And whereas Furman Orchard, located at 510 Hagson Morgan Road, Hanson Morgan Road. I'm messing that up, sorry. In Willersburg, Ohio, has been a proud Southern Ohio agricultural operation since 1958, when the Furman family began growing apples on their family acreage. And whereas for more than 6 decades, Furman Orchard has remained committed to growing and providing quality, locally produced fruits and vegetables to families throughout the Southern Ohio and tri-state region. And whereas the Furman family takes great pride in producing a wide variety of Ohio-grown agricultural products, including apples, peaches, pumpkins, sweet corn, tomatoes, peppers, berries, squash, and numerous other fruits and vegetables, while also offering locally produced goods through its farm market and farmers market. And whereas Furman Orchards represents the values that Ohio Proud celebrates: family farming, hard work, stewardship of the land, local food production, and the commitment to providing fresh, high-quality agricultural products to Ohio consumers. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we, the Board of Scioto County Commissioners, hereby recognize and commend Furman Orchards of Willersburg, Ohio, for its long-standing commitment to agriculture, its contributions to the local economy and community, and its dedication to growing and promoting Ohio-grown food, where we all voted aye. Thank you so much. Let's grab a picture to present this, and then I'd love to hear more about the farm.
Sure.
Oh, you're in the middle there. Oh, you're the stars. Get in there. 1, 2, 3.
Got it.
Got it, Bill. So we have that one, and then we also have the official Ohio Proud official as well. So yeah, if you can join the podium, and we can hear.
Sure.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
So just a little bit about us. Thank you very much for this award distinction for us. Ohio Proud means a lot to our family and to the other growers in the state. We firmly believe that in the United States, especially in Ohio, we have so many local farms and producers. We have more in the state of Ohio as far as value-added producers than we do in many other states surrounding us. And it's vital for our economy, not only as a community, but also as the health and well-being of our community, that people learn and love to grow and eat what is produced here locally. So We always like to encourage our customers to try their own gardening because we always have a lot of people here that do have gardening. But we fill that gap for the people who need to eat fresh fruits and vegetables and they've never, the best thing is when someone hasn't eaten a fresh tree ripened fruit, to see in their face what the difference is between that. And we are very honored to be able to do this here.
Yes, we've been, it's been said, we've been growing since 1958. My parents started the farm. Lee and me have taken over, and now, sorry, I get a little tearful thinking about it and everything, the history and everything. But then now my kids have been very much part of it. My one son, Jeremy, is back full time. A couple of my daughters help tremendously when they can. Our whole family has been involved in agriculture and continues to be involved in agriculture. Even I have one son that's down in Kentucky, and he is kind of a relation of it. He works for Jim Beam, so he's into the brewing industry and everything. But still, all of our family has always been, and we always try to promote Ohio agriculture and from side of county. Because, I mean, it's always been a thing in the state of Ohio. You have your northern growers and the southern growers. And, you know, everything starts down here in southern Ohio. So, but we are very proud to be part of Scioto County. And we continue to be part of Scioto County for many years. As I mentioned earlier before the meeting started, we have planted a lot in the last few years, increased our production and everything. So we will be here for many, many years. And we've upgraded our facilities. We have installed computerized grading line and all that, so we can go and serve the different people of the area, I mean, different markets, I'm saying, so to promote it. So we thank you very much.
And this year, we also had the opportunity to work with Community Action to help with their summer foods program. So we do like to do things like that. We also do take the senior farmers market coupons and the WIC farmers market coupons, not only at the orchard, but also at the farmers market here in Portsmouth on Tuesday mornings. So coming up, we have started harvesting apples. So right now we've got about 5 different types of apples, and we'll continue to harvest apples until the end of October, and we'll be open at the orchard until Christmas. And then we have our farmers markets go through on Tuesday mornings here in Portsmouth until Halloween, so whatever that first Tuesday of Halloween week. And we do still have nectarines and a few white peaches, as well as all of the vegetables, and as long as the weather stays as it is and it doesn't freeze, we will have vegetables until then, so about the 20th. We are looking forward to our UPIG Saturday weekends of apples in September. We'll continue to have flower nights, and our Apple Fest is going to be the 18th of October. It's a one-day event. And then we also will have UPIG pumpkins in October too, as well as our sunflower field at the end of September. So there's a lot going on. But you know, if you guys need more information, you can always go to our Facebook page, or you can just come out to the farm.
Well, look, we thank you for coming in. Apple Fest, we always try to make it. It's always a great event. It is packed. So, you know, not only is it for you guys, the produce, but it's also the agritourism that we see a lot of people take advantage of. So thank you for even opening your farm so people can truly see the hard work. For sure.
We tried for more educational, and thank you.
And to say thank you to our customers. So for years, people are like always asking questions, and we answer them, but it's better if they can see it for their own eyes. And so we try to bring the community back to where their food comes from, because so many people are so far removed from where their food comes from. And so we do a lot of school tours in the fall too, to try and teach the younger generations about their food.
I also like to commend the Furmans for their involvement with 4-H. Been involved with 4-H and working with them, and over the years, and we're out there purchasing animals. I think I heard out there doing that, and also at my church we do a food giveaway through the summer. And it's been a couple years ago. We got a call from the orchard saying, "Could you guys give away peaches?" Yeah, we could. They backed up with a whole pickup truckload of peaches, and you know, we gave them all away. But it's great how they're involved with the community and doing things in the community also.
We enjoy what we do, and we wouldn't have it any other way. So it's just who we are.
Furman's Farm has been part of my life all my life, and I wish you nothing but continued success. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for coming
Thanks,
in.
guys.
Appreciate you guys. Congratulations.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And you're welcome to stay.
Oh, you can take it all in, or
Yeah,
I
stay
know
for
you
the
got- I
meeting.
got- you got a market. You got a market to get to. I understood.
Rain or shine.
Once again,
Thank you
very much.
guys. I
Appreciate
appreciate
you
it.
all.
Yes. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Take care.
Good to see you.
Uh-huh.
Mary, I don't know why anybody never wants to stay with us. It's just.
We try. Bill stays.
Bill.
But Bill slipped out on us at the end usually.
You can't run Bill off if you want to. All right. Well, with that, we'll officially start the meeting with the approving of the meeting minutes from August 13th.
I'll make a motion, we approve those minutes.
I'll second.
Mr. Smith,
Aye.
Mr. Mold,
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of request for appropriation of funds,
Any comments or questions on the appropriation request?
I'll make the motion to approve.
I will second.
Mr. Mold,
Aye.
Mr. Smith,
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of request for appropriation transfer of funds,
Any comments or questions on item 3?
I'll make a motion, we approve the request for transfers.
I'll second.
Mr. Smith,
Aye.
Mr. Mold,
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of approving payment of the regular schedule of accounts for various funds, moral obligations, and then and now certificates in the total amount of $1,267,884.40.
Any comments or questions on the docket?
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mr. Mold,
Aye.
Mr. Smith,
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of accepting miscellaneous reports,
Any comments or questions on our miscellaneous reports?
I'll make a motion, we accept the reports.
I'll second.
Mr. Smith,
Aye.
Mr. Moll,
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of requests for fund transfers,
Any comments or questions on the fund transfers?
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mr. Moll,
Aye.
Mr. Smith,
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of accepting miscellaneous board minutes,
Any comments or questions on the miscellaneous board minutes?
I'll make a motion, we accept the miscellaneous board minutes.
I'll second.
Mr. Smith,
Aye.
Mr. Moll,
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of notification from the Ohio Department of Taxation regarding permissive sales tax,
All right, we did receive notification for June 2026. Sales local, $911,655.17. Sales actual, $455,113.91. Total, $1,367,469.08. This amount is $84,133.50 more, thank goodness, than that of June of 2025. So we are still seeing a trend upward. I always say that with an asterisk, even though the trend is going upward, it is not keeping up with the cost of everything else or the increases that we're seeing. And I'm sure we'll talk about children's services later, but it's always good that it is at least going in a positive direction. Any comments or questions?
No. I'll make the motion to accept.
I will second.
Mr. Moll,
Aye.
Mr. Smith,
Aye.
Mr. Powell.
Aye.
In the matter of resolution authorizing Darren LeBrun, PEPS, Scioto County Engineer, to prepare and submit an application to participate in the Ohio Public Works Commission State Capital Improvement and/or local transportation improvement programs, and to execute contracts as required.
This is just authorizing the engineer to participate in OPWC funding cooperative agreement. To date, this program has obtained $11,618,158 of OPWC funding, roadway, and other improvements. This is money that would not typically come into the community had Darren and his team not been going for these grants, and he is one of the top grant getters in the state of Ohio when you look at engineering departments. Part of that funding, $4,279,299 went to townships. That's the partnership that the county has with the townships to make sure their money goes further. $1,585,000 for the city of Portsmouth. Once again, that's the critical partnership that we also have with the city of Portsmouth to ensure their funding goes further as well. And then also $482,875 combined for the villages of New Boston and South Webster. A total of 273 township roads and 92 municipal streets have been paved as part of this grant. So had Darren and his team not been able to get this grant money, you would see 273 township roads and 92 municipal streets in worse condition. So appreciate him and his team. I don't think they get enough credit really for how much money they bring into this community for a lot of the emergency fixes, but also the ongoing maintenance. So this is the authorization for this year for him to participate in the 2027 OPWC grant funding. Comments or questions?
Having sat on the village council outside Webster for a while, I know that by the time that I'd left out there, we had paved every road within the village, and we would not have been able to do that without this money, without this cooperation with Darren. So appreciate that. Appreciate the work he's doing all across the country, the county, to get these grants so that we can take care of the roads and do the things that need to be done. I'm sure there's someone out there that says, well, they didn't fix my road, but it's coming. They'll get to it. So I'd make a motion to adopt this resolution.
I want to say Darren does a fantastic job. I couldn't imagine anybody that could do a better job than Darren LeBrun as engineer. And I'll make a motion second. I'll second.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
And as a side note, I know as soon as we talk about roads, we always get to hear about 52. I believe the city of Portsmouth has put that out to bid, the part there close to Subway, the city side. So I believe that is either out to bid or is coming out to bid within the week or so. So just so everybody is up to date on that project, which is also in partnership with Darren LeBron and doing some soil boring to make sure it gets fixed correctly. So thank you once again for their cooperation. All right.
In the matter of accepting amended certificate from the Budget Commission?
Any comments or questions on the amended certificate?
I'll make the motion to accept.
I'll second.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of a resolution establishing a fund for 2026 Scioto County / Township Highway improvements regarding Scioto County Engineering Department.
It's going to be the engineering meeting, I can see. That's good. Darren's submitting stuff. So we're setting up a fund for a grant awarded that is being subsidized by $500,000 through OVRDC Surface Transportation Block Grant Program. There is a 10% match. So we'll set the fund up for that money to go into. The safety improvement project is Gallia Pike Federal Aid Route Safety Improvement Project. Any comments or questions?
I'll make a motion we adopt the resolution.
I'll second.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
I was just looking, I think these two got flip-flopped, but in the matter of resolution establishing a fund for SCICR 1-0.00 Federal Aid Safety Improvement Project regarding the engineer.
It's the one we just.
So we just voted on that one, even though, I mean, that's the resolution I just read. So if we want to back up and flip-flop, I can read this resolution for OPWC.
No, there's two for the engineer. They're both establishing a fund.
Yep. So this fund, we'll vote on this fund now. This fund was awarded by the Ohio Public Works Commission, which is OPWC, that we just authorized the engineer to take part in that program yet again, and has been approved for $1,140,000. This is to set up the fund. This is to direct the auditor to establish the 2026 Township Highway Improvement Fund for that money to go into. Comments or questions?
I'll make the motion to adopt.
I'll second.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of notice to legislative authority from the Ohio Department of Commerce Division of Liquor Control regarding 139 Food Mart.
Any comments or questions on item 13?
13, isn't it?
13, sorry.
I make a motion that we approve.
I'll second.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of communication from Portsmouth Municipal Court regarding electronic monitoring house arrest invoice for June 2026.
All right, here's our electronic monitoring house arrest invoice for 26. It is for 47 defendants on the program, total 917 days. It is $12,246.50. The defendants did pay $1,050 towards that program. Any comments or questions?
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of accepting resignation from the Scioto County Dog Shelter regarding the kennel tech.
We did receive a resignation from a part-time kennel tech, effective immediately, but we do have to accept it. Any comments or questions?
I'll make a motion we accept.
I'll second.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of resolution to authorize voluntary dismissal without prejudice of AmerisourceBergen Drug Corp., Cardinal Health, Inc., and McKesson Corporation regarding opioid multi-district litigation.
This one's a little painful. This is a resolution to authorize the voluntary dismissal without prejudice with basically the big three. This is the lawsuit we've been holding out on: AmerisourceBergen, Cardinal Health, and McKesson Corporation. The problem that happened last year is that the Ohio Supreme Court essentially eliminated the ability for a public nuisance claim against a corporation. And I believe we're only one of 2 or 3 states that this is even considered this way. So you can have a public nuisance claim in just about every other state except the state of Ohio. So what that effectively did was kill our claim, because that is the legal vehicle in which the lawsuits were carrying out through the state of Ohio. When the Supreme Court made that decision, not only was our claim kind of dead in the water, but also the couple counties up north that already had $500 million settlements, they're no longer going to get that money either. So, and then the legislator went through at the opposition of Representative Pizzulli and solidified the Supreme Court's decision and they codified the ability to bring a public nuisance claim against any business within the state of Ohio. So we've been asked, and kind of talking with our legal counsel last week, that at this point it is a voluntary dismissal without prejudice. That also means we will not be taking part in the settlement for these 3 as well, is my understanding. If you recall, back 4 years ago, the settlement for these 3 was going to be, I think, $1.8 million over 18 years, which is $100,000 a year, which did not touch really any of the issues that the drug companies has preyed really on our community. But once again, the Supreme Court has ruled and kind of killed this legal theory that that you can hold companies responsible for public nuisance. So this is our voluntary dismissal without prejudice against the big 3. Comments or questions?
I'll make a motion to adopt.
I'll second.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye.
In the matter of resolution to authorize amending complaint and joining parties.
So this is a different resolution and amending our complaint, and it's really authorizing our legal counsel to amend the complaint and join parties. And this is specifically looking at, but not limited to, Express Scripts, OptumRx. There's a different legal theory that's being used for some of these operators. So we've been asked at this point to allow our legal counsel, when they see fit, to amend the complaint and join the parties into basically the PBMs and the MDLs within the MDL. So we'll see how that goes, but at this point it's just a motion to join that complaint, and then at some point we might have to consider whether it's settlement or fighting forward or whatever it is, but this is just joining that party toward the PBMs collectively. Any comments or questions?
I'll make a motion we adopt that resolution.
I'll second.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Hi. That is the end of our agenda. I did catch late as we sit here that we did not add an executive session, at least onto our agenda. I do know we need to do an executive session. You guys completed some interviews. So we will need to go into executive session after comments. Can we make sure we get that official language?
Yes,
ORC 121.23102 or something like that, but I want to make sure I say it right.
yep.
So while we wait for that language, we'll entertain any questions, items on agenda, off agenda, Bill.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Bill?
To get to be concise, item 16. So in essence, the major lawsuit that is dead in the water as far as Scioto County is concerned, correct?
For the big three, which is the one lawsuit we were holding out on, due to the information we had about the previous wins and settlements that happened in, was it Cuyahoga and Trumbull County, a couple counties up north, where they actually went to court and had $500 million. But now with the Supreme Court's ruling, all of that is void. That legal theory of public nuisance is dead.
So it's not just Scioto County.
Right.
It's state of Ohio.
Yeah, it's the state of Ohio. Everything is dead on that.
Yeah.
So in essence, those counties that have been told that they were going to be awarded that money, they're never going to see that, correct?
That's my understanding. So any that would have settled already and that money's already flowing into the One Ohio Foundation, I think that settlement money is secured. I think where the counties that lost out are the ones that actually went to court and it kind of kept getting appealed up. So those counties, I believe, will not be seeing a single cent from the big three. And that's just my understanding of it.
Then in essence, in 17 on the agenda is a new lawsuit.
Yeah, so 17 is a new lawsuit against the PBMs. There's a different legal theory that they're working through on that. That's the pharmacy benefit managers, kind of the middlemen between the pharmaceutical companies and the insurance companies and how all of that connects. So there's some different things that they're looking at there. I think they have, there's a different path they're kind of walking down on that one. So we'll see how that develops.
Okay, and then off the agenda, yesterday I got to spend late morning, early afternoon there in the State House, with you, Commissioner Powell, and Tammy Moore Morton, and Justin Pizzuli. And I do want to commend Justin Pizzuli, yourself, and Tammy Moore Morton, who spoke very effectively on behalf of the children here and foster care. You guys did a great job. After you had time to hopefully decompress a little bit after that press conference, have you had any additional thoughts regarding the proposed House bill?
No additional thoughts. I think, and the hope is that it brings a lot more attention statewide to the problem. I mean, I think one of the reporters said, well, have you guys just asked for money? And Justin said, well, no, because even if you do, it doesn't fix the problem. I mean, technically, Scioto County has asked the voters for money. They voted for the added levy, and even still, with half the number of kids, our rates have still gone up. I did read a report in the Toledo Blade, and they had very specific numbers. I think how their expenditures doubled from, and I don't have it memorized, like 11 million up to 24 million. They have 1,000 kids in care up in that community. But when you start looking at it, I know people only think it's a Scioto County issue. Couldn't be further from the truth. And when you look at Ross County, they went from about $54 a day on average per kid, and it's up to like $157, so 3 times the amount. Same thing in Hocking County. Vinton County has doubled, and that's even prior to, this is part of my comments, even prior to the 16 kids that they had to take in care. But the reality is, the controlling board gave them $1 million. That money, due to my understanding of the need of these children, that $1 million will be gone before the end of the year, just for those 16 kids. And then what? Is the legislature going to give them another $1 million, or are we actually going to fix the problem? So I think they got money because of the statewide and national attention, and now it looks like we're doing something because we'll throw money at things. But when the media cycle dies down and the political interests kind of fade away, Vinton County's in the same shape they were regardless. So it's my hope that it's waking some people up. We had some good conversations after the fact with some different associations, and It's one of the top priorities for CCAO, the Commissioners Association, because it's not just us. It's across the board.
In doing research before I went up for the press conference, there are a lot of other counties that are in really dire circumstances financially because of this problem.
Yeah.
But our county seems to be affected maybe the most directly when you start to consider dollar amount spent per capita. And I mean, that really puts you three guys in a tough spot.
Yeah.
Because we talked about, you've got two options. You can either increase revenue or cut services. And that's a tough choice.
Yeah, I think the way I explained it yesterday, I called it the unsolvable math problem. We have three bad options. We can ask the taxpayers for more money, but once again, we've done that and it didn't fix anything. I mean, it helped, don't get me wrong, and we appreciate that, but people are taxed enough, so that's not a viable option. You can take less kids, but that's not a real option either. A kid that's abused or neglected, and we just feel like, well, we can't afford you, so we'll put you back in a bad situation. So that's not a real option. So the only option we're left with is gutting county services, which does mean less law enforcement. It means slower court systems. It means every office in this county will feel the pain.
And it's certainly not a case of mismanagement at Job and Family Services at our county level. What would you say to people who have made that accusation or that claim, any of the three of you?
Well, I've worked on this. I've been complaining about this since I walked in the door here, which has been a year or so ago. And part of the reason that I've complained about the problem is because I worked in that area. You know, I spent a lot of time working through juvenile court and then through the school systems. And so I've worked in that area and worked with children's services and worked with those agencies. And the fact that you went from 400 kids down to 200 kids basically says that they're doing something right. I mean, you know, you can't complain about the job they're doing over there because of that. I mean, you can look at that and say, hey, you know, placements are down. They're doing what they need to do. It's just that the system is so broken that there's no control over where, you know, what we charge you or what we charge anyone else. There's no control over that. What they're talking about in the bill that they went up there for yesterday is it will be a help somewhere along the line if they pass the bill and it gets through and everything happens. It's going to be a help, but it still doesn't fix the problem. The problem is we've got a lot of kids all throughout this state that need to be in placement, and maybe it's because of drug usage, maybe it's because of mental health issues, maybe it's just because we got some bad parents out there. But there's a lot of kids that need to be in placement, and that needs to be addressed by the legislature. And how are we going to take care of that? Because as Scotty has already said, you could give us $10 million this year, and okay, that would pay off what we're going to owe and all that stuff, and that would be great. But next year we're going to build that up again. And so, you know, throwing money at it is not the answer. Although, as was said, we'll take any money you want to throw at us, but that's not the answer. The answer is to fix the problem, and it's been an ongoing problem. This didn't just happen this year. It's been ongoing for a number of years, and it's just built up to where now all of a sudden, you know, once again throwing money at things. You know, the ARPA money was out there, and so that was a fix for a little while. You know, okay, we're spending too much money, but we got this money, so let's pay it. And that would be the same thing as if they would give us money now. You know, yeah, we can pay that off and pay for things, but that doesn't fix the problem. We've got to find a fix to the problem, and it's going to have to be addressed way up the ladder from us here. They're going to have to address it because it's a statewide problem.
The folks at JFS are doing a fine job. We don't need temporary fixes. We need permanent solutions, honestly.
Yeah. And to your question, people that think there's mismanagement, it's ignorance of not even understanding how it works. By every indicator, they have done what we've asked them to do. They're getting kids through the systems quicker. The numbers have gone down. I think we've had the most adoptions we've ever had. So when you start looking at every indicator, you're like, gosh, they're doing a lot of right stuff. And then you have the single one line item that no one controls other than the providers. So you can put a kid in care and they say it's $200 today. Next week they say it's $300. Well, based on what?
And through the research, it seems to disproportionately affect rural counties such as ours.
Well, yeah, but it's because it's a numbers game. Like if you don't have the revenue and you have too many kids. So to put that in perspective, Bill, before Benton County, 16 kids, I think they probably had 16, 17 kids in care prior to. So they doubled in size, right? Well, if you want to do the math, like their original 16 kids would be the equivalency if we were in the 80s. So we've been more than double by money, more than double what Benton County is now sitting at for years. And we've been talking about this for years. I mean, when we combined CPS, they were already looking at a $3 million hole. And we used ARPA funds, and then we pulled them under, we got the number down, and even still. So that's the most frustrating part about it. You can control every element within the equation, and yet there's this last piece that to date, nobody can tell me how you justify that it costs $100 to take care of one kid, and then it costs $200 here, and then it's $1,000 here, and it's $1,500 here. Well, based on what? So there was a rate card committee. There's a rate card committee currently looking at setting some rates, or at least understanding that. The problem with the rate card committee, the way I see it, is that they're going to look at 2026 cost reports. So every provider is supposed to submit a cost report. Here's how much it costs us to do what we do. Except if we're only looking at 2026 numbers, now we're going to bake in an inflated number versus what was happening back in 22, what was happening in 23, because we saw our rate jump just in the last 4 years. So they have a lot of work to do there as well. And it's a top issue across the state. We're just, like I said, we're the first domino.
And Bill, and I don't know, I don't have numbers to say that this is, completely accurate, but I feel like it is. You have a wife that works in the education system. I have a wife that works in the education system. And what they are telling me is what we're dealing with right now is a symptom or a problem from the really opioid problems that we had in the 90s. We're now getting those kids that were born addicted, and they're getting into the system, and it's causing a lot of problems for the system. And yeah, kids born addicted, they keep them at the hospital a while, they'll take them through withdrawal, okay, they're no longer addicted, but how much damage did that do? And I don't know that we've got a study that says that tells us how much damage that done to those kids. And then all of a sudden, those kids get old enough to be in school, and now we're dealing with those problems. We've got kids that are acting out. We've got kids that the parents can't control, and children's services end up in there and having to take care of the kids. And we've got grandparents raising kids. We've got all those things that were brought on by the opioid epidemic that we had here in our county. And just like the drug settlements that we were trying to get, we were trying to get people to recognize that, yes, this is extremely a bad problem for our area, and maybe more so than anywhere else. But I don't know how much the people are seeing that and buying into that. And so, like I said, I don't have the numbers to really tell you to say, hey, statistically this is how it is. But I've seen it, you've seen it. I think we've all seen it in this area.
Well, there has been a study, they haven't released it yet.
Well, and of our kids in care right now, I think it's half. There's some sort of indicator that there's a drug issue in the home somewhere. So at least half of ours currently.
Guys, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.
All right. Any additional comments or questions? Thanks, Bill.
Hi, good morning, Commissioners.
Hey, Katie, how are you?
Doing just fine, just fine. I have a question about the post that Scioto Hounds posted yesterday about the potential that there was about 15 or 16, I don't remember the exact number, of dogs that were set to potentially be euthanized yesterday, and that was averted as they have sponsored adoptions this week. And I was a little confused because I left last week volunteering with the idea that euthanization was done for aggressive dogs. And so my question is, how do we decide euthanization? If that, I don't even know if I said that word right.
Yeah, and I can get you more information on that, Katie. It's based on how long they're there, if we can get dogs out of system.
Okay.
It's a time, I mean, some of it's, are they adoptable, or are they not, what's going on? Like, there's a couple of factors there, but it's time. So Darren Oliver and Scioto Hounds has been great. He reached out to say, hey, can I sponsor? And we're like, well, of course, if you'd like to. So hopefully that's helped. I know he's done that, and they have done that in the past, but you know, when you can't get dogs out, I mean, we had a meeting with Sierra's Haven, what was that, a couple weeks ago? And they can't get dogs out either. They're sitting on 100, was it 100 dogs? I don't know how many cats, but they have a lot.
Yeah.
So, of course, they're a rescue, so their mechanisms are a little different, where we have to have space in the event we get a phone call, in the event there's an aggressive dog, in the event something needs removed from the community. There's only 2 ways to make space, unfortunately. So,
Gotcha.
Appreciate Scioto Hounds, and really volunteers. Thank you for volunteering.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No, but seriously, I mean, it's a lot of work out there.
It is.
But
Yes, it is.
appreciate them and the rescues that are engaged, and hopefully will become more engaged. So, we're working through things. I know these gentlemen had interviews for the warden position, director position. So hopefully we have a good
Very good.
candidate to consider. Things are hopefully changing out there.
Yeah, absolutely. Is euthanization, is that in-house, or is that like, is there a county standard?
It's in-house.
In-house, okay. And that might be it. That might be it, yes. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Katie.
Any questions online?
I have 2 questions, one from Robbie McKinney. Do you know what is going into Mitchell Lace?
Robbie McKinney, Mitchell Lace. So TCC has been very public of their plans. Their goal, I believe, and I think they probably have it on a website somewhere, is to pull in a lot of their services under one roof. So some residential treatment housing, some just outpatient, and then some administrative. But I direct you, like, they've posted some stuff online, they've posted pictures, but that's the counseling center. They bought that building 3-4 years ago. It's good to see that we're actually, it looks like something's happening there now, so it looks like they're moving forward with that.
Colin Doctorman asks, regarding children's services, do you have a rough estimate of how many foster families go directly through JFS and how many go through other agencies, and what that was 6 years ago?
I don't have those numbers. I know that when CPS combined with JFS due to staffing levels, and they really didn't have a strong foster program, the director made the decision to focus more on case management than getting foster families trained and in the system. So that is something that we need to re-engage with. So probably less than we had 6 years ago, if I had to guess. I can get that number, Colin. But that was a decision. Do you get more foster families, or do you make sure kids are being managed appropriately and the case management's happening? It's a tough job over there. They have a lot of turnover. And then when you have the requirements kind of baked into I don't know if it's in the ORC or the administrative code in terms of what degrees you have to qualify to be a case manager, all of a sudden your applicant pool starts shrinking pretty rapidly. So that was a decision that happened over at JFS to focus on the kids. Now, would that drive down some costs? Sure. But that's not what's causing the ballooning effect. It's the children that require, in theory, more care. Some that have behavior, some that have mental health issues, and that's the range that is wildly out of control and varying kind of all over the place. I mean, heck, we have one kid, the $1,500 kid. I think twice a week they had 20 people on the phone twice a week, and still do, trying to figure out specifically what to do with this child. So the system is clearly broken. We can keep saying that. Hopefully it sinks in with some people eventually. But I think statewide, you're going to start seeing a lot more counties in the same shape that we're in. It just so happens that the amount of kids we had got us there a little quicker. Any other questions?
No.
That's it? All right. With that, we do have, or should have, an executive session. Do you have some language for me?
I do.
Okay.
In the matter of executive session, to discuss the employment of a county employee according to ORC 121.22 G1.
G1. All right. Can I get that motion to go to executive session as read by our clerk?
I'll make the motion to do that.
I'll second.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye. It is 10:16. We will enter into executive session. We'll be back. All right, it is 10:37. We'll entertain a motion to exit executive session and reconvene.
I'll make a motion, we exit executive session.
All right, we got a motion.
A second.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Aye, 10:37 still. Our action out of executive session, if you two gentlemen choose to do so, I'd like to entertain a motion to empower our clerk to offer the position of warden director pending background check, drug test, and reference checks.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Hi. We do not have any other items to consider today. We actually didn't do closing statements, so gentlemen, if you have any closing items?
School has begun and fall is around the corner, and I hope everybody has a good and safe educational experience at school.
As Mr. Mulder said, the school is back in session, and you want to be careful out on the roads now because those buses are running again, and you know, it's not something you're used to when you're on your way to work in the morning. You're in a big hurry. You're not used to running up on that school bus, so be careful. Watch out for those buses, and also Furman said that they are now picking apples, so there are apples available. So you might want to patronize the Furman orchard out there and get some of those apples. And also, I wish Bill would have stayed around. This is National Radio Day. And he takes off before we could recognize him for National Radio Day.
He's probably
So,
celebrating.
yeah, I think he probably went out to celebration for Radio Day and probably down at the brewery or something, Will. So the other thing is, Will, it's National Bacon Day. So if you want to go out afterwards and buy me a bacon cheeseburger or something, that'd be great. I haven't got him to buy me any of this stuff yet,
No,
but I
see,
keep saying
every
week I got
buy
something
you.
that he hasn't bought me any of it yet.
That's BLT.
He's not even hinting, he's just flat out asking. Anything else?
That's it. I'm
All
done.
right, that's enough. Two big dates coming up. One is this Saturday. It is the Route 23 Family Fest. It will be on Market Street, Market Square, this Saturday, August 22nd from 5 to 9. It is entirely free. They'll have bounce houses. Bucky Covington, singer, is going to be there. They're bringing in a big stage for him. There's going to be a drone show, a nighttime drone show, STEM activities, bounce houses, stuff for the family. That is free this Saturday from 5 to 9, and it's being put on by multiple partners, the Ohio Chamber of Commerce, some folks there at Piketon, SB Energy, Meta, Centris, Oklo, IBEW, and several others, even our local chambers involved with that. So by all means, they're doing some nice stuff in our community. Come out and support it. And then also we get a lot of questions regarding from vendors, how can I get involved and potentially take advantage of all the economic development happening out in Franklin Furnace with the Google site. So Holder, who is the general contractor for that site, is having a vendor and supplier fair. That is Thursday, August 27th. So that is next Thursday from 4 to 6. So if you are a supplier or you think you may be able to supply items for the site, they're going to be spending billions of dollars there. So I hope we see as many local vendors show up as possible to this site to figure out if you can connect with them. We have a posting on our Facebook page. There's an email address. You can scan and get more information. And that is at the Cricker Innovation Hub on Chillicothe Street. So next Thursday, 4 to 6, if you're a vendor or supplier and would like to take advantage of the economic development happening there in Franklin Furnace, please come out to that. This is your opportunity to talk directly to the folks that can get you involved. Outside of that, I don't have anything else. I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Mr. Malt?
Aye.
Mr. Smith?
Aye.
Mr. Powell?
Hi, everybody have a great weekend, and hopefully we'll see you at the Family Fest.